Welcome, 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 my lovelies. I am so excited to be back with you again. Um, I hope you are all sitting comfortably. I hope you have a cuppa if you desire one. Cheers, my lovelies. Oh, lovely. Um, it's a beautiful sunny day today, so I've got half the blinds down in the conservatory because the bright sun coming on does, I think it does blur vision a little bit or make it a bit too washed out. Um, You can't see him really, but Nigel is Nigel is there, lying in his little hammock thing. Oh, there's an ear moving. Nigel. Anyway, he's having a little kip there. He's in the sunshine, so he's very very happy. Right. Before we do anything else to the house, and I tell you what we're doing next. This is just too exciting. I can't. Honestly, I look so tired lately. I literally cannot sleep at night. I'm living, breathing, thinking about this house constantly. I've been looking at all different books, different pictures, different things online, different videos, and I'm just getting ideas and things. A lot of them I'm just making up in my head. All of a sudden, something will, I'll think of something else to do, and then I'm thinking out how you do that. So exciting. Before we go any further, or before we begin, I must say hello to just a few of you. I want to say hello to a few of you right now, and then I'm going to say hello to more of you guys a bit later on in the video. Let me get, here we are. Oh, it's just brilliant. So first of all, I want to say a big hi to Rhonda Chamberlain. Rhonda from Oregon. Lovely, from Oregon. I haven't had anyone from Oregon before, so welcome, Oregon. Yay. Also, Nuzzle. I'm going to call you Nuzzle, Nuss1E. Call you Nuzzle. Apparently from Birmingham in Alabama. And then at the end of your message, you just fessed up to me. You're actually Birmingham, UK. I've got to say, when I read your message, I laughed out loud like I have done now. So, and you've messaged loads of times before. I feel like I know you already. So, Nuzzle from Birmingham, UK. Welcome. I've been to Birmingham before. You're not that many hours away from me. We may come again sometime. It's a lovely city to visit. Also, I will pronounce your surname incorrectly. I apologise up front. I'm very sorry. But a big hello to Susan Zoka, Zsoka, Soka, Zoka, Shoka, Zoka. Sounds wonderful. I wish I had an unusual name like that. But you're from Leechburg in Pennsylvania. First time I've said hello to anyone in Pennsylvania. Yay! Welcome, Susan. Also, Deborah Foster, you're from Texas, which is, you've told me, so I didn't know unless I looked it up, but it's far north of Dallas. Wonderful, brilliant. Deborah, hi to you too. I'll do one more now, and then we'll get going here. Also, I would like to say hello to Hannah Crum from Michigan. Another lady from Michigan, yay! You messaged and said that I'd mentioned places in Michigan before, or what it's like there, and you said the Great Lakes are really beautiful there. You make me want to visit. I wish I had the money. And also the cherries in Traverse City are delicious. I used to be a manager of a fruit farm that sold, it was an apple orchard, but it had the farm shop. I was the manager of it for 4 years. And then gave it up because I just got too busy, and it got cold there in the winter in the farm shop. There was no heating to keep everything cool. But anyway, long story. But they had a row of cherry trees, and just at the right time when they were out, it was lovely just to pick them off the tree and just to eat a fresh cherry. So I know what you're talking about there, Hannah. So, and also before, so I don't miss you because you're on this last page that I'm looking at. Carol Whittlesey, I've spoken to you a lot before, or you've messaged a lot before, Carol, but you're having a break in Devon in the UK. Hopefully later this year we will be going to visit Devon and Cornwall for a holiday. Fingers crossed, if all goes well. So, and I'm going to say hello to a few more of you. Can't wait. A bit later on, I shall leave my little black book out. Right, so guys, this is where we are with the house. Instead of moving straight on to the next floor, I haven't finished with the ground floor while it's in pieces. In pieces meaning that the roof is, or the ceiling is not attached as of yet. We just lay this in position so it's all in the right grooves and everything, just to get these bits all glued in position. So they're all glued and solid now. The side wall is glued and solid. So let me tell you what we're doing here. So this obviously, as you know, is the gallery, the infamous gallery now. And there would be stairs going up here into the stairwell there onto the first floor. But enough of that for now. What we're going to do, if we come onto the ceiling here, there was, as you know, a whole wall there, and there was a shorter wall there, but also the gap was left in the wood, the groove. So I've used polyfiller, filled that in. I don't know how well you can see or not see it. And then I've painted over it a few coats to cover them up, because I didn't want this groove showing. I didn't want this going right across the roof, across the ceiling. But in taking the wall down in the first place, if this was a real building, then you wouldn't probably have it flush like that to the ceiling. It would probably have we call them RSJs. I don't know what that stands for. Something steel joint, I suppose, RSJ. I think they're made of steel. I don't know. Who cares? But you would have the that coming out from the ceiling like a square block along the ceiling, and you would know that there was originally a wall there. We can even put more in, maybe going across here to make it look like this would have been a smaller room and a front room originally in the house, so it makes it look like there was more rooms. I don't know yet, I haven't decided. But now I've painted over these, definitely on one of them, maybe two of them, I'm going to put an RSJ. So if I leave that on here just now, I'll just lay it on. It's not in position, that doesn't matter. What I'm going to use is it's just balsa wood, just a balsa wood strip. I think I don't know what size it is, millimeters, might be about 10 mil, 1 centimetre, maybe slightly bigger. Doesn't matter, but it's the right size. So what I'm going to do is lay that in here. Well, I'll turn the roof over and just measure it, and I'm going to cut these to the right length, front to back, and then I was going to paint them, and then I decided to use, if I can get these out, the box of washi tapes that I bought, which I've used up here for the decoration for the pillar, and I'm thinking I may, so it doesn't get too many different details, I may use the same design and cover the RSJ and then glue it up onto the ceiling. So it's a little fly. Sorry, I shouldn't have tried to murder a fly on video. Right, anyway. Yeah, so I'm going to cut these, cover them in this tape, see what they look like, and then maybe apply them to the roof. I'll do them first and see what they look like, and then if I apply them, then I'll show you guys. So what I'm going to do first of all is take this off. Well, I'll decide which of the two that I want to put one on, because I've got something else going on the ceiling as well. So I don't want too much going on there. So I'll get the other bits and I'll get a tape measure, and we'll move on from there. Okay, so I've cut the RSJ. Oh, I looked it up. RSJ means rolled steel joist. Rolled steel joist. So even though, so this is really a rolled balsa wood joist, an RBJ. Right. So I'm just covering the. What I've done is cover the underside bit first of all, and the tape is just wide enough to wrap around the edge on both sides, and then I'm just putting a bit on the side, right in line with the top bit there. So it's just a straight edge, and I don't need to fold anything over. And now I'm just going to do the other side. The underneath bit I'm going to leave because that will be glued to the ceiling. And the end there, I've just folded the underneath tape up just to put it to the end. When I glue this in, you may see this when you look into the house. So I just want that to be still patterned as well. I don't want a piece of balsa wood showing, or to paint it white. I think it's quite nice like it is. So I'm just laying this down, if you can see, sort of see. I'll lay it over the edge as well, and I'll line it up with the edge of where the tape's just rolled over the edge there. Just there and there, and then press that down so that's a nice straight edge, nothing to fold over, and turn it over, and I can cut this end. This end I'll just leave bare wood because it's going against the wall, so you won't see it, and this end I can trim off neatly like so. And then the underneath of it there is just folding over the edge there, so I can just roll my finger along the edge. Yeah, so that bit can be stuck to the ceiling that way around, and we'll have an RSJ. So let's fix that to the ceiling now. I'll get some glue, put these bits out the way. I'll just get the glue out, get this positioned and get it glued on. Okay, so let's make sure this glue is coming out okay. There it comes. I don't want it to smudge all over the ceiling, and it's a very, very lightweight piece of wood, so it doesn't have to have a ton of glue on it. It's not going to fall off at any time, as a real RSJ probably would if I had put it in. I'm not a builder, that's for sure. Maybe just a builder of dollhouses. As you'll see as this project goes on, I am going to turn my hand to many different things. I have got something that I have started for this room, for the gallery, and it's just, I'm so excited. I cannot wait to show you, but I don't want to put it all in on the same videos because it would make the videos too long. And it's nice to see these things a bit at a time. So if I just get this and place it along the line carefully, like so. There. Excellent. Just make sure that's square to the stairwell. 5, 6, 7. Five, 6, 7. Yes, that's exactly squared on. So that won't take long. It's a quick dry-in, fast setting PVA. So I shall let that dry, and then when we turn it over and put it on, I can show you that. In the meantime, what we will also do, if I sit down for a second, on this side of the shop in the ceiling, which is this side at the moment because it's upside down, I have other ideas for here. But on this side we are going to put, I have a laser cut Art Deco shaped piece of ceiling decoration, and I have put gold cream over this just to give it a slight shine. I don't know if you can see it in this light, but that is going to go right here, long ways this way, so it goes across the shop rather than front to back. It would fit in either way, but I wanted to go this way, and it just gives a when you look up at the ceiling, it just gives an overall length of the room. So I will measure that. I'll just measure it all round to make sure it's in the right position. Then I'll put some PVA on that and glue that to the ceiling as well. I don't think I'm going to do any more to it. It could be really ornate and have a picture inside the diamond there. But I think it would just be too much then at the moment. So we want a nice clean, it's a very nice clean modern gallery look, an expensive look hopefully. So I'll measure that out, get this glued on, and then tell you what we're doing a bit further along this side. Yay, can't wait. Okay, here we are folks, so that's the this bit stuck onto the ceiling. I just went over the back, like not every spoke, but just as much as possible with the PVA glue and a thin brush, and I put a book on it to weight it down, and it's dried very solid looking, very flat, so that's fine. And there is the RSJ, so let's put that in place. First of all, if I bring this round. So, hang on. There we are. You can see the beam going across and the ceiling. There. Looking good. Right, okay, so the next step. This is a step that I did not have to do, but I'm going to because I think it would look really good. And it will tie up both ends of the gallery visually. I got in touch with the manufacturers and they informed me that although I have taken this wall out down here, so it's taken away the support there, because the dollhouse is built with just the outer walls one on top of the other all the way up, there's no actual weight in the middle of the floor. So there's nothing pushing down on this, so it will not or would not ever warp. I know some people say it depends on the make of the house and the floors. Sometimes the ceilings do actually warp. I've seen that, but on this occasion this would stay just flat as it is, and the walls for the rest of the floor would just press down on here, so there'd be nothing waiting there. So I could leave it at that, absolutely fine. I've cleared that with the manufacturers, but what I am going to do is cut another piece of wood like this. Well, this is the piece of wood that I've cut, and filed it off at the ends there. It's exactly the right height to go inside, and I'm going to place it up this end of the shop. So the RSJ is up this end and the other ceiling fixture is there, and up this end there isn't anything. And so this side of the stairwell I'm going to place a pillar maybe in the middle of the shop floor there, and then the counter is going to be up this end as well, but that's another thing. So I'm going to decorate this pillar to put in the just pretend it's holding up the ceiling, and I've cut it to the exact height and filed it so it does just touch here, so there'll be no, it wouldn't warp anyway, but it will just look as if it's holding the ceiling up. So let me get the bits and pieces to decorate this pillar, and let's do that. Right, okay, so first of all I want to just cover the column, and I'm going to use the black shiny sticky black plastic again, same as the column at the end there. So I'll just cut bits a bit bigger than each surface, and I will just peel them and then lay it on and then cut around it. Actually, what I will do, I'll pause the camera for a second. I'll get a black marker and I'm going to mark all the corners so it's so if it doesn't join properly, it still looks sort of black. Right, okay. I found some. Well, it was near at hand, so I found some black acrylic paint, which does the job just as quick or quicker than a marker. So it's a nice matte, a nice dark black, a Mars black, I think that's called. So that's just painted all the corners there. So when I lay the plastic on at the joins there, you won't see wood coming out on the corners. I don't want to wrap the plastic round, like I said when I did the other pillar, because I don't want the rounded effect. I want it still kept sharp and square. So it looks a bit like a horror show at the moment, but I'm sure the horror will turn to glamour very soon. Speaking of horror, John is in the other room working on his Chamber of Horrors. Shall we go through? Shall we see if we can go through and take a peek? Are we allowed to come through and see what you're doing, John Boy?
Yes, do come. Do come.
Do come. Here he is inviting thee. Let's go and have a look and see how he's getting on. Right, here we have the Chamber of Torture so far. If I can zoom in around here, there's a cage at the back with a he's been in quite a long time apparently.
Yeah, he's been really bad, that one.
Yeah.
As has that one.
Oh, another one there as well. There's the hangman there. John made the door just from bits of balsa wood and scored them and painted them, and I think it looks fantastic. Really, really good. Sorry about the filming. Is that a head? Oh, there's a head.
Yeah, there's
there.
no body.
No body.
The body's gone, but
They've got rid of the body. Oh, and here we have Witchy Poo. Yeah. Apparently she had gone down to Ye Olde Tesco Expressi and purchased some dried pasta and turned it into macaroni cheese. So of course the medieval people were horrified. She was obviously a witch doing that to such a thing. Yeah. And this is what she's.
That's what happens when you go down there and do that.
That's what happens.
Yeah, you're on the rack.
You're on the rack when you turn dried pasta into macaroni cheese. So beware. There was a knife on there. And it's good the way he's painted all the scaffolding and everything. Made it look really old. So there's some dark sort of purple lights there. And there's the hooks on the wall there.
Yeah. That's for the next victim.
Yeah. So there we have it so far, folks. Wonderful. Right. That was enlightening, seeing John's torture chamber, or chamber of tortures, as he likes to call it. Fab. Oh, nice hot cup of tea. Right, before I finish this, I just want to say hello to another few of you guys out there, please. Another who I would call a friend, you've messaged a lot of times and we've chatted before, Chris Sinter, you are from Buffalo, Western New York. I didn't know where it was, but Buffalo is Western I don't know why I'm going Western New York, because where we are in this house, that's actually north. So Western New York, you're over there somewhere. So hello to you, Chris. Also, again, I probably will pronounce your surname wrong. I'm very sorry. I apologise. But to say a big hello to Suzanne Najafdari. It might be Nayafdari or Najafdari. But Suzanne, you know who I'm talking about. And you're from Portland, Oregon. Yay! So big hello to you too. And last but not least, I have said hello to you several times and have in fact made a bag for you a long time ago and sent it to you, Alexandra. You're in Rotterdam, if I remember correctly. I know you're in Holland, but I'm sure you're in Rotterdam. So Alex, you did a comment on my last video. I just wanted to say hi to you again. I really feel like I know you as a friend. I'd love to meet you one day, and your partner. We'd both love to come over. In fact, we haven't planned it, but we do plan at some time in our future to come over to Holland. We want to go to Amsterdam and see a few things, the dollhouse museum, and what have you, and the miniature world, the outdoor miniature place. I do remember the name of it, but I can't say it just now. But I looked at it on the video the other night. Maybe we could travel there sometime. But you put me on to an Etsy shop by a lady called Melissa Miniwereld, and her Etsy shop is called Laserville. And I looked on Laserville. I had actually seen it before, and then briefly at some point in the past. But you mentioned her, so I had a really good look. And she's got some Art Deco laser cut pieces of furniture and other like little Art Deco ornaments. So I am bound to buy something from Melissa at some point on Etsy. But that's Laserville if anyone else is interested in looking at her shop. And also you mentioned that the snowdrops are already flowering at this time of year. My God. So you already have snowdrops out. I wish I was there to see them. I love the new bulbs when they come out. Right, let's creak this chair around. It's creaking like mad as I'm turning here. Let's do the last bit of this. What I am doing, I've done 3 sides already. What I am doing, so that it's because it's going onto wood, and this sticky black plastic, it probably wouldn't last 5 minutes on its own. So I'm actually just using some wood glue and pasting that on fairly thinly, not too thick, and that will just be the extra that it needs just to hold it into place. But I will go right up to the edges because it's obviously the edges that would peel first. We don't want peeling columns. There's nothing worse apparently. I'm sure you can get something for it, but I just can't be bothered at the moment. I'm too busy. So let's be safe. Rather be safe than sorry, as they say. But you guys mentioning all the different places that you're from, and then I look them up on the internet if I don't already know where they are. You so make me wish that we could go on holiday again. I'm sure it will be a long time from now that we go abroad, but if we do, but you guys really make me want to explore and travel places that we haven't been to before. Right, okay, so that's covered that from side to side, and then let's move that out of the way, and then peel this last piece of plastic, lay it down, turn it over and lay it on. There we are. It doesn't have to go on exactly square because I'm going to cut around the edges. It's more or less up and down. I'm sure it has no directional flow to it. It's just solid material, so it doesn't matter where you place it. And then I've just been pressing that down for a minute, and then getting the X-Acto knife and then just trimming around the edges like so. Trim these bits off. And across the top or the bottom. There's no top or bottom to this pillar at the moment until I start dressing it. There we are. Give the corners a rub, and there you have it. It looks like they're, I don't know if you can see it properly, it looks like the corners are all meeting each other. Either that or it's when I've put the black paint on, you can't see a gap with any wood. So that's exactly what we're looking for. So there we have the beginnings of the column. Now, what all there is left to do, I'm sure it will take me a while because like to be so precise with what I do. Sometimes it drives me mad. If I'm not happy with something, I undo it and start again. And so anyway, so now we've got that. I'm going to get all these bits and pieces that I've gathered together, like I have with the column over there, and I'm going to start cutting different sections for different areas. I'm going to do all that off camera and get it done. I've got some other bits to put on here. Very excited, can't wait to show you the glamorous column for the shop. So let me get some of this. What I'm going to do is put the gold leaf on this as well, like I did with those bits, and that takes time. So I'll gold leaf these bits, cut them all to shape, and then start sticking them on. See, you decided to come and help. You woken up, want to help. Should we do this bit first? Or this bit first? Oh, this bit. You don't want this bit, okay? You want to eat that bit. I've told you before, we don't eat Daddy's dollhouses. No, we don't. No, we don't. Give. Give back. Thank you. God, you just can't get the staff these days, can you? Oh, bite me now, okay. He's like, I was having a nice time there. Just interrupting me. Let's get these gold leafed. I don't. Oh, look, that's him helping. Your tail's coming down into the ground floor. You don't even hurt when you do that. Right, let's get these done. Right, here we are so far. Of course, nothing over the top for us to, or for the two gentlemen that own the gallery. I've gold leafed the bits of wood and cut them and stuck them. That's the base there. That's a giant cat attacking the house. Never mind. And these little things here, I got these from, how much were they? 25 cents from the charity shop in Oak Park in Chicago. Yay! I love when I sound local to Chicago. And I live like 4,000 miles away. Anyway, when we were there on holiday, so in September, it was a wonderful time. I loved it. But this was in a local charity shop that we could walk to in Oak Park. And I got these. I got loads of other bits as well, which I will be using in the house as the journey goes. So at the moment, I'm just super gluing these on. I won't waste time you watching me super glue these squares on because it takes up too much time on the video and I don't want you all to get bored. I will just stick one on, like so, and then position it where I want it, like so. Super glue does dry quickly, so if you can, try and get on what you want, where you want, as fast as you can, because it sets extremely quickly. And if you get glue on anything and you don't want it there, then it makes a real mess. So when you take all this time to make something like this, you want to get it right first time. You don't want to have to rip bits off and start all over again. So far, so good. 16 more to go, and then they will be on. And then I'll carry on and build up the rest of the column to finish off the detail and show you it when it's finished. Yay! What have you got there, Nigel? Hey? What's that? Nigel's just something arrived in the post, and Nigel brought it through to tell me you're going to bite. Oh, you're going to rub my fingers. That you're going to bite me. Let's see. Can Daddy have? You can have the wrapping. I know you can have the wrapping. I'm just opening this quickly because while I'm doing this, as I said, this arrived, and I have a feeling that it may be something dollhousey. We're going to eat the house now. Okay, that's fine. Oh, it's the whole lot. Oh my God. I know I'm such a tease, and I apologise. But this, I'm going to, after I've done this, I will have to end this video because it's going to be too long and I don't want you getting bored, but I will carry on filming and this will all be in the next video after this one. No, you're not going to see what it is yet. Oh my God, but it's all something to do with this. It will be my next video. Yay! Right, come on, let's get this finished. Okay, it is done, finally. I've been all day. This video isn't on all day, you'll be thankfully saying. No, it's very well edited. Here is the finished column. The good thing, there's no bad thing, but the good thing was, when I first showed you putting these glass pieces on, I had miscounted them and I had put 4 rows on, and there's actually 5. And I thought when I was putting them on 4 rows at a time that I only had enough for that. And where I wanted this to go in my head was slightly higher, and it was going to be a bit too low down. So the proportion wasn't going to be right for me. And I was trying to think of a way of filling this up or whatever. But when I did put them all on, I realised I had exactly enough to put them 5 rows deep. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20. So there's 40 of them altogether. 25 cents. I wouldn't have got them cheap in this country. So it was worth travelling the 4,000 miles to get these cheap. Also, I don't know if you can see on some of them, is that showing there? On some of the backs of them, I rubbed off the silver around the edges and things, so they look more worn and they were less reflective, and it made them look older. Hopefully you can see a bit there, hopefully. And there's some more there. So it just made the mirror slightly more worn and older looking. And some of the gold leaf, although I have put it on fairly well, but I have tried to miss some tiny little bits here and there, just on corners and edges. I've just tried to miss some of the gold leaf off, just so it makes it gives it a bit more age. And this is a different patterned washi tape that I've used. I can show you that up close. The washi tape, very geometric, very Art Deco. So there we have this very understated pillar. Of course it's not understated. Obviously the gay couple that own the gallery, the mature gay couple. Oh, I wish it was really us. No, they're obviously very well. One of them is obviously very over the top. The other one is slightly more business minded, but the other one is very frivolous and loves outrageousness. So let's put this in where it's going to go in the building, on the gallery floor, on the first floor, and see it in situ. Okay, so I'm looking, this is at the end of the building here, so you'll be able to see it through all the windows. If I come in here, because it's easier to see from this angle, and you can see I've placed it on the floor exactly in line with the tiles, so it's on a diagonal it's rather than square to the building, and it just gives it a nicer look, and it's right up to the ceiling. It does actually sit there, you have to sort of move it, shuffle it around to get it in and out, so I may not glue it in. It doesn't have to be glued in. Once the roof, once the first floor roof has been, or the ceiling has been glued down, and I carry on with the rest of the building, then I'll just be able to slide that in and out or move it around the shop if I want to. But I think that looks wonderful with the floor in there. I hope you agree. And as you can see, as you look down the shop, it goes with the column at the other end. Let's just go down the other end and look from that end up. Right, so if we come in at this end, while it's still open, it will be closed very soon, I'm sure. And if we look down the length of the shop there, down at the other end, you can see it from here quite nicely. There we are. How exciting. Okay, folks, so there we have it. Cheers again. Oh, fresh cup of tea. I hope you've enjoyed this video and what I've done so far. You can see the column, the pillar through there. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you agree with me, or somebody agrees with me, that the two features there sort of bring the shop together and help create it as one unit. Yes, thank you very, very much for watching, and I can't wait to carry on with the next video. I may begin it now. I may stop for the evening. It's getting dark. The day has gone, and start fresh again tomorrow morning, and start getting another video out for you guys. They may not come on every single day, but you do understand they take so long. I'm sure you do, to put together. They're usually made over days and then put into one half-hour video or whatever length of time this video is. But I will get straight on, and as soon as you've watched this video, you can be rest assured that I will be filming as I speak, for the next one for you guys. I wish I could get them out quicker for you, but hopefully you'll look forward to seeing the next one, because this is so exciting. And also, just to let you know, I did hear that one or two of you had already known about using spray adhesive, or mount spray mount it's called, or we call it over here. I don't know if it's a different kind of thing that we use in the UK, because it is a UK product that I was using. A couple of you said that it's came up around the edges and you had to PVA glue it, and so you don't really do that method. I have to say it's been couple of weeks or so now since I did the very first piece, and it is stuck down as fast as the day I did it. There's nothing coming up anywhere. It's perfect. So it is absolutely, for me, the way to go. And I will carry on using my spray to do all the wallpapering, which I will be doing maybe in the next video, along with the other bits I've got to do in the next video. But I will definitely carry on and use the spray mount method, because it's extremely smooth, there's no wrinkles, and it is stuck fast, and there is no evidence of it coming up anywhere. So just so you guys know, and I am extremely chuffed, because I thought of it in my own head, even though it is something other people have already done. I didn't know. So my idea I love, and my idea I shall keep using. Hurrah! So, okay, cheers. Thank you so much for watching, and all the people I've said hello to in this video, thank you so much for saying hello and letting me know where you are. I love the fact that you're all in all these different places in the UK and the States, and in Holland as well, hurrah, which is brilliant. So yes, so speak to you again soon. I will carry on and get more of this done and get a video on for you as soon as possible, ASAP. Thank you very, very much for watching, guys. Please keep safe, everyone, and I mean that. Take care. Speak to you again soon. Bye all.